Hi YouTube, it's me, Simply Sheeta, and welcome back to my channel. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you saw this. Good morning. Last night, I saw on Facebook this 67-year-old woman about to get VSG being pretty much slammed for making the decision to get VSG surgery because she was 67. I'm gonna have to talk about this, y'all, because I be damned. It ain't no age on becoming a better person. Ain't no age limit on being better. And sometimes, you know what? People need to mind their business. I'm gonna talk about this on my YouTube channel. So, check it out, Simply Sheeta. Yes, that was me sitting in my car about 6 a.m. chewing on raspberry and chia seeds that was left over from my smoothie, telling you guys about how I saw this Facebook post where this woman that was 67 years old was talking about getting surgery, and people were just being assholes. Bottom line, they were really being shitty, and I did not appreciate it. So I'm here to tell you guys about that today, as well as tell you all about my support meeting. So stay tuned, buckle up, here we go. Okay guys, let's get right into this. So I was on Facebook in one of those groups, and as I said in the video, I pretty much saw the 67-year-old woman kind of being discouraged because she had decided to get the surgery at 67. And what bothered me the most about it was the fact that this is supposed to be a place where people can come find support. All of these social media places that are devoted to the weight loss community, such as Instagram, Facebook, I talked about this last week, YouTube. This is supposed to be a safe place. This is supposed to be a place where people can come and be supported. There are a lot of people in this community that do not have support outside of social media. And we know this because a lot of these people share this information. And I just thought it was real shitty for somebody to have that experience when most of us have gone through life being bullied anyway because of our weight, and here you're trying to do something better and do something about your weight, and in a place where you think you're going to be embraced, someone is actually ridiculing you for deciding to do it at such a late age. It just really, it disappointed me. But again, this is exactly why, as I was telling you guys, I do not really mess with Facebook too much. It seems that people on Facebook, I don't know, they seem to feel as though they can just step outside certain boundaries and just say whatever. I don't know if it's the anonymity of it, like you can just hide behind a fake name or a fake page, or I don't understand people on social media that do that. I mean, I see a lot of stuff I don't like on social media, and what do? I keep scrolling. I don't have to make a comment on everything. What's for you might not be for me, but it's not my right to sit up there and to criticize you on social media. Like, it's so corny when people do that. I don't understand it. But I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there because I'm going to tell y'all something about the support group meeting that it's just going to turn all of this around. And I'm hoping if there is someone in this social media platform, meaning YouTube, watching this video that is of a certain age, I hope it encourages you. I really truly hope it encourages you. The meeting was held in the first place where they had the information session, which is in like an auditorium room setting, which I didn't really like for the support group, only because usually when you're in a support group, people kind of sit in a circle, or they sit where, you know, you can actually look at people and communicate better. So I didn't really like that too much, but it may have been also not a bad idea because it gave me a chance to truly check out the demographics of the room. Because when I went to this meeting, I really went in there with the mindset that I wanted to get information for you guys, and not just for myself, but for my channel, so I have things to discuss when I talked about this meeting. I wrote everything down, guys, but forgive me, I do not have my blah 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 book in front of me where I wrote things out, so I'm going to ask you just to bear with me as I try to remember little details. Honestly, it really isn't a lot to remember, because most of the things that were discussed I've already heard from post-op people on YouTube. But let me just tell you the setup. My nutritionist, Sean, hi Sean, she ran the group. My surgeon came and spoke to the group. He made himself available if there were questions. No one had any. He bounced after about 3 minutes, thanked everybody. I guess he went to enjoy his Saturday. Pretty much, she had post-op people available for questions from pre-op people. She went around the room, gave people the opportunity to pass, of course, but gave people who wanted to talk the opportunity to introduce themselves and to tell their story. The only thing that I did not like about the way she did it is she asked people to talk in terms of BMI. Now, okay, being a medical professional, I understand that is, of course, a large part, but it's not something that I know off the top of my head, and obviously a lot of people didn't know. And what I've noticed is all of the post-op people that she got to that just decided to describe how their BMI number that had dropped, they did not get the same amount of cheering or applause. Like there was, for example, there was this one woman that said she was, I think she may have been 6 months post-op, and she lost like 76 pounds, and everybody's like, cool, like that is a great accomplishment. But then there was this man who said that his BMI dropped like 11 or 12, points or whatever, and he never told you his original BMI, which was also hurtful, to know how big of a difference it was. But I'm sitting there and I'm saying, that has to be a lot of weight, though. There has to be a lot of lbs, like serious pounds. And nobody cheered him on. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you hear 76 versus 7 or 11 or 10, lower numbers, and it's not converted, it doesn't have the same impact. So I know if I ever attend these meetings as a post-op patient there to help anyone with pre-op stage with questions, I won't be talking about pounds. She's just going to be mad at me and be like, I lost 120 pounds. Yes, I'm putting that out there. I lost 120 pounds. I ain't going to say nothing about something that nobody can sit there. It's like the metric system. Nobody know what you're talking about, lady. Anyway, so she went around the room. Most people post-op, of course, were doing most of the sharing. I think a lot of pre-op people found themselves kind of like I was. In fact, one girl even said it, that she did a lot of her, she didn't have questions. She was pre-op because she was on social media and she was in a lot of different she was doing the Facebook group thing. And so she had gotten a lot of information. And I felt the same. Most of the questions that were asked, I had already kind of gotten answers from people right here on YouTube. So there was no real surprises, because it was kind of like the same questions. As far as protein and how to stay hydrated. One woman did ask a really good question. She asked about insurance. And she was kind of upset at the fact that she was afraid of getting denied. She had also did everything, and she was kind of like nervous about being denied by her insurance company, which brought up a lot of people talking about insurance. And this woman was actually sitting next to me, and she got teary-eyed, and I felt her. I felt her because she said, I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't get approved. And I felt that because I want this surgery so bad. Guys, I really will be shattered if I was in somehow, some way denied. I don't think this woman may be able, like she said, I'm not sure if I weigh enough. And, you know, I looked at her, again, she was sitting next to me, and she wasn't a person of, like, she didn't appear to be, let me correct myself, she did not appear to be obese. But everybody on this journey is not morbidly obese. You know, there are people that I've realized in this weight loss community that maybe are used to being a size, you know, they're 5'2", a certain height, and they're used to maybe seeing being 120 pounds. They had a couple of kids, and now they're 180 or 200 pounds, and they want to lose weight. And I really, you know, had to, like, kind of check myself in the beginning, because I used to look at those people like, I wish I was 200 pounds. Yeah, I do. But I also am not, you know, 5'2", and I was never 120, so I don't know what it's like to carry an extra 60 or 80 pounds at that size. I know what it's like, how hard it is to carry extra 60 or 80 pounds at my size. So I don't discount, you know, don't discount someone because they appear to be smaller. But she seemed to be concerned. And I felt bad for her because she was about to cry, and I felt like this woman probably is depending on this surgery to turn her life around the way a lot of us are. You know I am. But the good thing about it is there was, in the post-op, someone there that was there to tell her, you know, it's not like it used to be. You know, they're not denying people as quickly as they used to, or making it as difficult. And I know that to be true simply because it makes sense for insurance companies now to pay for surgery rather than pay for all of the medication and the care and the money that it costs to take care of someone that may be having obesity related issues. The bottom line is it just makes better sense to do preventative care, to do it now while the person is still young, while the person is still, you know, able to get the surgery. And not young, I shouldn't just say young, but while the person is still physically able to get the surgery, thus lowering their cost. So, bottom line is you have a better chance today at getting the surgery, and this is also from the nutritionist point of view, because they will continue to work with your insurance company to basically push why this is important. And a lot of the things that help people back back in the day, such as maybe the psych appointment or the insurance companies, a lot of those roadblocks are being moved away. So that was really good news. But the biggest thing that happened of all the people that spoke that I was excited to tell you guys about was this woman that was 72 years old. Guys, this woman was 72 and she was there. She had just finished all of her appointments as well, pre-op, and she was waiting for a date. And she did not look, well, let me say this, because I just said in my last video, there is no look to age. If she hadn't said she was 72, I would have never guessed it. But again, what does 72 look like? Bottom line, the woman loved to travel. She said she traveled a lot internationally, and she loved to travel, but she needed knee replacement surgery because she was being hindered in her travels by the pain from her knees as a result of the weight. So in order to get knee replacement surgery, she has to lose the weight, and in order to lose the weight, boom, she's getting gastric sleeve. Way to go, lady. That's what I'm talking about. Way to go. And the reason why I'm applauding her and anybody else that's out here after a certain age is because I think you have a right to live your best life. You have a right to want to do better, to get better, to be better. And there is no age on that. Period. I was just sitting there in awe, and I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, wait till I tell my YouTube channel family about this, because it just really solidified what I had been, you know, it all just brought it together, the same exact thing I had been ranting about and being in my feelings about earlier in the week. You know, the age discrimination part. One thing that I also appreciated her saying was the fact that she did not want, now that she was retired, she did not want her weight to hinder her the way it had in other stages of her life. It had become more difficult now that she was older to carry the weight. I've said this myself. And I think that a lot of people need to understand that everybody on this journey is on this journey to better themselves for whatever reason. You don't know people's story. You don't know why someone has chosen this path. We all know, anybody in this community, this is not the easy way out. You constantly hear people. So for somebody to voluntarily put themselves in this position, obviously is somebody that is willing to take the risk, to willing to make the changes to have a better life, because they know that the alternative is not for them. I'm one of those people. You're probably one of those people. If you're on this channel and you're watching to find out more information about the surgery, you become tired. You know, you are tired of aching, tired of taking pills, tired of not being able to participate in life. You deserve that same, everyone that wants that same amount of happiness and health, physical health, we all deserve it. So be kind. As Ellen always says, be kind to one another. And if you are in this community and you're finding yourself being discouraged, understand that each of these social media platforms that we have out here offering help, if you are relying on this for support, then you're going to have to kind of like look around. Don't think that everybody, only young people are getting VSG surgery because you're on Instagram. Instagram is for a younger demographic. Most young people utilize Instagram. Most older people utilize Facebook. If you're on Facebook, that might be the place for you, where you might feel comfortable. But like I was telling people in my meeting yesterday, because again, I was surprised at the number of people that were older. I was shocked, and I told them, I said, sitting here, I'm really surprised to see as many of you guys. I said, I'm on YouTube, and there's not a lot of you, not a lot of us. There's not a lot of people representing us, people that are a little bit older. I was like, it's not hard. Please get on YouTube. If you're post-op, get on YouTube, because there are people on YouTube that are older that would love to know what it's like for someone over 40 to recover with loose skin, or somebody over 50 or over 60 or whatever. Just be a part of the community, you know, branch away from, you know, get off the message boards. You know, a lot of older people still like to do that. Get off of Facebook. Not to say that they don't have great support meetings, but I mean, there are other places and there are other people that are out there and they're going through the same struggles, regardless of age, regardless of sex. There are many men and women out here that are here to offer support. So, you know, if you don't think you're getting it in the community that you're in, keep searching, keep moving around, because we're out there, and we're out there to help each other. And I'm excited to say that was actually my last thing to do before my psych appointment, which will be my ultimate last thing to do. So I'm really happy that I am able to cross that off my to-do list, my bariatric to-do list. Forget, like, subscribe. Thank you to all my subscribers, my new subscribers. Welcome. All of my loyal subscribers that have been with me day one. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you next time. Oh, yeah. Can't go without saying. And always remember, love yourself more and keep fighting. Deuces.